Oh, right. Well, I wanted to do a quick video on GTA 6. Why? Just for no random, real apparent reason. Now, anybody who's anybody in the gaming industry knows that this is the biggest game to ever come out. And although I'm not particularly fond of American culture in general, I will say that I find GTA games very fascinating because they capture the modern world, the world we live in today, better than any other game by a landslide. And they have some of the best environments of any game ever made. And obviously, there's so much work put into these games that they become this way. And I just find the degradation of Western society deeply entertaining. So, I mean, that's probably where lots of the enjoyment comes from people, is just the utter and complete sandbox environment of the worlds that we can explore in these games. And it's gonna be a great game. I cannot wait to get my hands on it. Can't wait to get to see the world, what things you can do, and just destroy this environment. So yeah, I mean GTA 6 is coming out, and but there is a problem with it, is that people have acted like this is the second coming of Jesus. It's like, I'm here to tell you, it's not gonna be the second coming of Jesus. It's gonna be a GTA game. I mean, let's take this screen grab right here. It's virtually similar to GTA 5. This one specific screen grab, and it's fun how they cherry pick things. Now, a lot of the environments could have more detail. The lighting could be greater. The overall present, the map could be monstrously bigger, but I highly doubt it. It's gonna be a GTA game. A GTA game is a GTA game. It's not like it's like this incredible new thing that nobody has to play any other games now because there's fucking GTA 6. So let's look at some of the things that here, because there's been a lot of speculation on what the map's going to be like, and we don't have anything concrete. So all this is just pure BS speculation. I saw a map on, I think, let's see which one. This was the one I saw today, and I saw just on social media. Now, that would be nice, but I highly doubt it. We'll really have to see. But I mean, that can't really be. I would highly doubt that it's something that extensive. I think that maybe you'll get something maybe a little bigger than the GTA 5 map. Maybe we'll have separate islands to explore. Uh, that looks nice, but let's see what comes out, because there's going to be all kinds of scammers online trying to say, hey, look, we got the map. This is what the map looks like. It's all bullshit, because of course Rockstar's never going to release that anytime soon. We'll just have to wait and see what it's like, because there's going to be so much BS speculations of these things. This is keep coming up, fan-made concept based on leaked details. It's all pure speculation, but I found this map very interesting. Here, let's see if we can. Yeah, I found this one interesting because this would be a dream. If it was this big comparison to 5, I found GTA's map very small, especially after X amounts of hours to play. You just realize that it's like this landmass in this concealed ocean, and it's just like you just get this technically pretty small island, all things considered. I always wanted more places to explore and go and visit in GTA 5. You can get mods. They're usually not very good. And even when they are good, Rockstar nukes them. Playable GTA map nuked without any warning by Take-Two lawyers. My guess is that the map was probably a little too accurate. My guess is that GTA 6 is not going to be that much different than GTA 5 as far as the overall engine and how it works is. Now let's look at some comparative screenshots. This is some GTA 5 Enhanced Edition, which I've played a little bit and done a little bit on. And it looks extraordinarily good. absolutely amazed if it was much better than the GTA things. I don't see that in the trailers. That looks like a pretty standard screenshot potentially from that. These are obviously doctored to make them look the best. You know, this isn't gonna be. They're gonna cherry pick some of the things, but you know, maybe they've found a way to make the engine able to run with more NPCs. This is a huge increase on you know, NPCs, player models, all this stuff throughout. But you know, GTA 6. Let's just not forget the fact that it's just going to be another game. It'll probably be a little bit more refined, like Red Dead 2 was. You know, these are the same proprietary engines. It's not gonna be some uh, incredible feat of human engineering. It's gonna be a GTA game. It's gonna play like a GTA game. That being said, I can't wait to get a hold of the engine. I can't wait to get a hold of the game and take a look at it. But you know, we know what it's going to be like. We can all feel it. It's pretty obvious what GTA 6 is going to be like. It's going to be a lot like GTA 5, but only in Florida. It's going to be GTA 5 in Vice City, basically. With a whole new cast of characters. Can't say I'm overly enthralled about the Lucia or whatever chick. You know, I'll probably want to just play exclusively as Jason, and something tells me that you're going to be forced to kind of be a part of that, you know, person. But you know, in other words, it's it's showing the degradation of American culture in real time video game format, and I find that fascinating. I find, you know, this kind of you know, system of making these games where they just portray the abhorrent nature of American society. I find it deeply fascinating, and that's where the original creators of GTA really got their ideas. That what a fascinating place America is. It's just the epitome of complete and utter social destruction. Where everybody's all trying to get rich, and in the process you haven't created a very great place to live. Now, obviously they're not anything released or leaked. You know, look at all these scammers. You know, people will be. It comes across as a game that just attracts that kind of crypto bro, you know, scammer type dude. GTA made by AI. That's another one made by AI. I've seen that one. You know, so it's all speculation until we get our hands on the thing. There's very likely just going to be, you know, it's gonna be like GTA 5 enhanced in Vice City. And there, it's like, that's all it's gonna be. Like, you know, you're not gonna get to fight dragons and, you know, build castles and you know, fight armies of the undead unless there's mods, and who knows what the mod's gonna be like. But look at that! Isn't that just a complete fan praying of what that's gonna be? To me, that looks a little bit too made up. I don't think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna look more like that. Which, if you close your eyes and blink, this is kind of, you could almost see Los Santos in all that. So, I mean, don't think that this is going to be the game that changes the world. In fact, if anything, it's going to be a game that degrades the world, because just think about how many people will quit their jobs to play GTA 24/7, and, you know, all the shenanigans that people will get to online. But, I mean, it's gonna be a great game, and I can't wait to see what you can do with it. Now, I want more interiors. I want a big land mass. You know, I want a lot more flexibility on how, like, maybe you can create your own character in online, and you know, live this kind of second life, so to speak, that GTA 5 has seemed to go with the online. But we really just have to wait and see. We just gotta wait and see, because right now Rockstar is like gonna come after anybody who leaks shit. or anybody who tries to create shit, nuked after 6 years of work because people noticed. And yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, you can't expect too much with these people. They know it's a billion-dollar franchise. They're not gonna let people try and take their niche. Uh, yeah, I mean, this Dark Space guy, Take Two has copyright claimed and removed my video GTA 6 map I made in GTA 5. But this level of shenanigans proves that Rockstar is not going to allow a lot of fan made content, which is a shame. They suppress creators because they know they have such a hit on their hands, and they're getting skittish of these things. Now let's look at some of the news. Let's look at some of the news because every day people will speculate on what's going to happen with GTA 6. But I mean, the game for eternity. That's what it feels like. The GTA attracts a certain type of gamer. A certain type of gamer that probably a lot are not overall all the most upstanding citizens in the world. But I find it really interesting. You take a sandbox and in the modern world and let my imagination run wild. Yeah, it's entertaining. That is certainly entertaining. Now I wish we had more games that would allow us this level of do whatever is love Red Dead 2, just an absolute brilliant game, and I love it every more and more every day. But you look at even the Red Dead's map, it's huge, but there are limitations, and once you spend enough time in either GTA 5 or Red Dead 2, you realize these games, although they're incredibly impressive, are just a game. So, second coming of Jesus, GTA 6 is not. And, as seasoned gamers, we can kind of get the notion that, these games are not going these games are going to just be games that, similar in ways to the other ones that we've played. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is what it is. And I'm worried about a delay. Yeah, I don't know. Who knows about a delay, but it's time. It's fucking time for them to come. GTA 5 came out in 2013. That's over 10 years ago, people. 12 years ago. We could have had Liberty City expansion. We could have had fucking, put us somewhere in the, Pacific Northwest of this world. Do a London one. Make a London DLC where you get to go and explore parts of the. I don't know. They seem. It seems like it's come to a point where Rockstar is a little more protective than they should be, because at the end of the game, it's just games, and a lot of what Rockstar has given us in the past has been just scraps. And I think it's utterly inexcusable that they took so long to come out with another game. Maybe this is their strategy to make it seem like it's it's like artificially making something seem better than it actually is. But I'm just it hasn't happened yet, but I'm waiting for something to come along that tops the GTA polish. And with the resources Rockstar has, it's probably not going to happen. You need to get this level of technology and creation, you need like armies of people. And that's what happened with a lot of these games. Now, it GTA 6 release could sink game companies. They're relying on this game for the industry and stuff. Like, go make your own fucking GTA games. Seriously. And yeah, I don't know. Looking forward to Jason, but not looking forward to the other chick. It's these kinds of things that people make such a big deal about things that are just there, And it's that type of crowd that is attracted to GTA that is, yeah, they just are. They're kind of just, the type of people who think GTA is the best. Nothing else can even compare. And in many ways, it certainly has some merit to that statement. But, just I'm just saying, like, don't think that it's. I've said this before, but don't think that this is the second coming of Christ. It's a game. Yeah, it's a good engine. It's gonna be fun to open it up one time, but after a couple months of playing, it's just gonna be another GTA game, and it's like that is Rockstar could have given us way more. This piecemeal scraps, certainly aggravates people. But let's just see what the game is like when it comes out. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a stellar game. Good story, good characters, interesting world, amazing sandbox, great technology. It's good. But you have to realize that these games are, it's their own corner of the world. It doesn't beat out other games and what they do. GTA does what it does well. Other games have done what they do really well. And there's a crowd attracted to GTA that are not really real gamers. They're kind of like, I don't know. You would call it almost like they're the fake gamers. They just play GTA and maybe some fucking stupid sports game, NBA 2K or something. So like there are these games are made for a type of person, and they started off as very, the way GTA games always have been. We're not going to get some of the crazy fucking dialogue we've seen in other games. They're going to tamper this stuff down because, of course, Take-Two is, woke. But like I've said before, too, this does not portray anyone in a positive light. Let's get representation in a GTA game. Well, I mean, you're showing criminals, you're showing people with questionable morals, you're showing kind of a degraded society, Americanized society where everybody, is criminals at strip clubs. These are not good people. And I think a little bit of the entertainment comes from the fact that we like to see. It's curious to be in a world that we would never want to be in. And I tell you what, the streets of Miami are not a place I would ever want to fucking be. It looks like a shithole, and from what I've seen in Miami. So, I'd like to explore this world in a video game format, go running around and being cool, but this is not a world I would ever want to be part of, and that's kind of what video games are all about, is the fantasy aspect of it. Let's go fight orcs and goblins, but it wouldn't be a fun world. The dirty streets of Miami are not a place that anybody should celebrate. So, I mean, that's the gist of GTA 6, is that it's a game. I can't wait to explore it. But this is going to be perfect for 14-year-old shitholes that spend their parents' credit card without them knowing, and it's like this does very little to help American society. And I don't know, this is just my opinion, but it's clearly popular. Look at that, 246 million views over a year. That's insane. Lots of huge ratio. 12 million. Surprising amount of downvotes, I must say, for a thing. Obviously this is 50 times, 200 times larger than life in comparison to the ratio, but there is people out there that this game is just not absolutely is not for. The people who play Terraria and Harvest Moon and fucking Nintendo games. Like this is not going to be a game for everyone, but there's a massive following of little shit disturbers in the world, and this kind of game caters to it. So yeah, I mean, that's my idea with GTA 6, is that my thoughts on GTA 6 are this: love it, can't wait for it, going to be a great game to break open and get down to the bottom of every nook and cranny. But there will come a time when it comes out and people have played it for a long fucking time, at hours and hours and hours, and they will get bored of it and they will move on to a different game. And I can already see that process for me happening. Immediately spikes in interest when I first get my hands on it and able to open up the world. After hours and hours and hours of debauchery, I'm gonna want to go to another world that's like, a little bit less grimy, These are not people I particularly think are great human beings in this world, and that's kind of what GTA excels at. It excels at showing the world in American society as the kind of scummy way that it deep down really is. So yeah, that's my thoughts on GTA 6.